Greetings, everybody. Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to Stationeers Venus episode 60, which originally aired live on Twitch. I'm sort of curious with the electrolysis happening this whole time. Man, the O2 in this base has not climbed at all. Yikes. Might be worth just buying a giant tank of O2 and just dumping it into the base. The electrolyzer just works very, very, very slow. Where are these two batteries? Yeah, they're there. Batteries are full. Let's check on the electrolyzer while you vote, and then check on the farm, too. All right, so the electrolyzer, we've done maybe 2/5 of our water. That's how slow it works. And then for filter health, we've used 6% of the filter. I would add more electrolyzers to here, but it's going to have to be a voted goal. This is enough electrolyzers for my needs at the moment. If I really wanted more oxygen, I could just plant a whole bunch of flowers and ferns, exactly as Andres suggested there. Again, would have to be a voted goal, but I'm happy to have an alternative greenhouse that just is an oxygen farm. But yeah, I agree. The electrolyzers do run slow. It's just, if I had more than one, I would need to do heavy cables, and that adds complexity. Not that much complexity, but I build to the bare minimum. That's what I do, so I can push in more projects. Everything's minimum spec. So, looking at the vote here, upgrade batteries and safety work for atmospherics. So, safety work for atmospherics would be a little left up to me, but what I would consider safe is a flush for this pipe here. To be able to flush this out and get rid of it, because I already have a lot of safety set up. You know, I've got... Are these supposed to go to 8? Yeah, they were supposed to go to 8, right? Hang on. Where do I have that written? Atmos sit pipe max 5. Yeah, okay. The tanks go to 8. Okay. I'm just making sure that they are working, and they are. So we already have our tank overpressure sensors, where it doesn't let these the nitrogen and carbon dioxide tanks overpressure. So the only other thing I would do is some sort of flush system where we can flush out the... Oh wow, we're browning out everywhere. Let's figure out why we're browning out. I think it's, I mean, I'm actually positive it's these volume pumps, because these volume pumps draw like 800 watts a piece, and we were already close to browning out, but let's figure that out. So we would need network Annie. Let me bring my tracker with me. All right, so right now we've got, what is drawing big power? 405 watts for the charger. 800 for a volume pump. Oh, that's this one. I don't need that on. See, this is why it's useful. All right, so area power controller, 60 watts. Some sensors and readers and all the IC logic use 10 watts a piece over and over and over. We have another volume pump on somewhere. Where? I wonder what volume pump that is. Because the volume pumps are really what is killing the oh, you know, I know where. It's this one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's just that I had 4 volume pumps on, and that's half of the entire capacity of the cable network. So I dropped it down from 5K to 1.5K just now. Like, that's... And all I did was turn off a few volume pumps. Oh, volume pumps, you are so power hungry. All right. Well, safety work for atmospherics won by a hair. So, here's what I want to do. I want, where's my logic writer for... Is this the logic writer? Oh, God. Atmos SIP logic writer. So this Atmos SIP, this logic writer here, if I'm not mistaken, is the one that controls the... All right, output to... Oh, crap. Output... It should be the one outputting to the ActEvent. Atmos SIP ActEvent. Okay, so it's this one. So the input here is Atmos SIP equals to logic compare. I keep falling. I don't want to use my jetpack here because my jetpack is full of carbon dioxide. Oh, that should not be out. So let's create a bit of an override here. Oh, look at that. Look at that pressure. There's a childish joke to be made there. My massive rooftop batteries are empty. Yeah, it's because I had my heaters on the whole time. I also need to check on my we had a storm, so I need to check on if some of my my wind turbines aren't even wired up. So I'll take heavy cables for... No, that's my old mighty belt. I'll take heavy cables for that. But all right, so let me focus on one thing at a time. And this here, this logic writer, I'm going to move. So let's memorize its settings so that I can move it more simply. So its settings is Atmos SIP equals to logic compare, and its output is going to be the ActEvent, whether it's on or not. And let's grab that. Yoinked. And I am going to... stick it here, maybe? I'm going to put it on a logic writer switch. How do logic output... Where's the input variable? Can you... I've never used this logic writer switch, so maybe it doesn't work the way I thought it would. Can you change the variable input here? Or does it have to be a writer to a writer? I don't actually know how it works. All right, let's see if... Well, the Stationpedia is not going to tell us. Logic writer switch. Yeah, it doesn't tell me anything. Thanks, Stationpedia. You're the best. Okay. What I wanted to do is I wanted to be able to turn off this Atmo sipping stuff. So instead, I guess what I could do is I'll put this back. I'm not sure how I want to do this then. So this is the Atmos SIP equals 2 logic compare. And then the output is the Activent Atmos SIP or whatever it's called. Oh boy. The Atmos SIP Activent. Whether it's on or not. Alright, I'm going to keep that off for a minute. Because we've sipped enough Atmo. I'm going outside and I'm going to make sure that that SIP vent is off. So the logic switch, you just have to write logic to the logic switch, and then the switch is an on or off for... Well, actually, that does... Okay. I understand what it does now, and it doesn't do what I want it to do anyway, so it's moot. All right, let's go fix my my power too. Oh god, it's hot and it's pressurized. I can't leave. Okay, that's been blown out a while. So now it's not blown out, which is kind of nice. You're not forgotten. So one easy way for me to turn this off is just to put it on an APC for there to be a manual override. And that's what I'm going to do. Oh, but if it's on an APC, it takes data and power from the same... that's a bit tricky then. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, remember to change the project. Atmo safety. What I'll call it. Yeah, the Atmos Sipper is just not something I need off to use and employ often. So, keeping it off for a bit is fine. So let's set up an Atmo flush control.
Power critical.
In order to do that, we're going to need to take this purple pipe and completely dump it, because right now it's pretty highly pressurized and it's full of stuff we don't necessarily want, and it would be pretty easy to dump it out. All that would require is a volume pump and a passive vent or two. Am I fully sustainable? Yeah, there's really no reason. Yeah, I'm fully sustainable. Pretty easily. I'm not sure where I want to set up the volume pump. Maybe over closer to atmospherics. I could set it up right here. Like that. Yeah, alright, that'll work. Oh, this should be purple. And then to finish this off, I'm going to want some purple pipes as well. So we'll work towards that. And all this is just a atmospheric flush so that my base doesn't always have just an enormous amount of gas sitting in it. And it's better, in my opinion, than those are the pressure regulators that eventually we'll replace here. It's better than dumping from the carbon dioxide or nitrogen tanks, because the carbon dioxide and nitrogen tanks are they've already been through the filter and they are the temperature we want. So that's why I'm making sure that we dump just the sipping. Not that I think anyone would think that dumping the stuff that's in the tanks is a smart idea, but wanted to make sure. All right, let's grab some purple color. Set ourselves up a spot. Now, if I put it here, I'm actually going to undo that. If I put it there, I'm going to bump my head on everything. It's going to be annoying. So instead, I'll set it up here. This will be my dump spot. Which I can use a different power source, which is kind of nice. All right, so all I really need is one insulated pipe and to paint that. Very, very, very simple. I maybe oversimplified this this project, but whatever. Keep it simple, right? All right, so that part's done, and the rest is just painting this. And this is a safety just so that I don't overflow or whatever. It's a spill valve. It's basically all it is. It's a volume pumped spill valve. Come on, start pressurizing. There we go. All right, so let's complete that. I interpreted it as I would, and I did honestly a bare minimum. And we'll take one more submission and then we'll repoll. Or actually, you know what? Let me refund everybody that didn't get theirs, and we can create another subset. So if you have any ideas, feel free to submit. All right, so there is the volume pump spill, and we'll just need a pass event for it. And there's bound to be, so let me go outside and I'll hook this up to power. There's got to be cables nearby that I can just hook into. Where's the submission at? Channel points. Yep, there's a channel point redemption that is currently paused, is it? Yeah, good job, me. All right, it's unpaused now. I suppose this pass event should be purple. I'll grab my purple again. Huh, where is the submission? That's weird. There it is. Even that bugged out. Okay, it works now. Oh, yeah, I don't have a wall here, so I can't put the passive vent, but I also should have a wall there, so I'm gonna have to build that wall. But while I'm out here, there are some cables I can hook into. There. Now I'm hooked up. So the volume pump can now turn on. I just need to place a wall. So let me get a wall segment and pick up my passive vent. So not that a storm's coming, but if one did, I'd have advanced warning. All right, so some of these I'm going to reject because I've kind of already done it. The stormproof my power grid, it's already stormproofed. So we've got next project will be upgrade my batteries or an oxygen greenhouse, a spare heart suit, and helmet, I'm gonna say. No point in having one and not the other. Walk-in freezer. Build a rover. Oh no! My polling software just crashed on me. Give me a minute. Maybe it will boot back up. That's annoying. It's like as I'm typing it, it's just like disconnected. Teehee, disconnected. A posture check. Thankfully, my posture was actually pretty good. All right, come on, pole. All right, I'm gonna have to use Twitch built-in poles. Which, oh no, it's back up. Okay, let me test it real quick. Okay, it works. Great. Next project. Upgrade the batteries. Cheers. Oxygen greenhouse. Spare suit. Walk-in freezer. Build a rover. And paint my suit pink. Well, hot pink and pink are the same color in this game. There is only one pink. Ooh, my ox tank is low. It's good to know. All right. Now we can fart out on our unwanted sipping as much as we want. How do I upgrade batteries? I would go up to heavy batteries or large batteries for all of my normal tools, and then maybe nuclear ones for the ones that, you know, for my suit and stuff like that. So I think I see what's winning, and I think what I'm going to do is combine two of these. It's actually pretty difficult for me to spray paint my suit while I wear it, because I don't have an area of the base that kind of allows me to do that. So I'm going to print up a spare suit, which is expensive because I don't have the materials, which makes it interesting, and make it pink. So how's that sound? Make a pink suit. All right, there's my goal. So for me to do this, I'm gonna want to figure out the materials. I need stellite and astroloy. That's all order. I like this project now. All right, so stellite requires me to have a 1527 Celsius furnace. Astroloy does not require that. It only requires steel, copper, cobalt. So let's make a big batch of astroloy first, and then also let's figure out what else I need. So I need astroloy, stellite, asteroid stellite. I don't want the backpack, I want the jetpack. And waspaloy, stellite, astroloy. I already have the waspaloy. So I need to make a batch of astroloy and a batch of stellite. Stellite's going to be the tricky one, but I'll work on the astroloy first. Okay, cool. So for me to work on this, I do have my mining goggles, which is going to help out a lot. Oh, let's first things first, let's flush. So now you can see that my gases in my pipe network are being flushed out. And the advantage, and yes, it will be pink and I will be in it. The advantage of this is now when I swap to my flush tank will get flushed. Like it will actually empty out. Because I want to go mining, but I can't really go outside mining if I don't have an ox tank and an empty waste tank. But I do have some good oxygen. I do actually have some good oxygen. Is my gas mixer... Shouldn't this writer be writing to my gas mixer? Logic compare, gas mixing. I gotta figure out why it's kind of dilly-dallying. Okay, it's still emptying out. God, I did not make this easy. Logic compare gas mixing should be 1. Then this should be writing 1 to my gas mixer. Alright, so let's just turn on the gas mixer because I think I manually turned that off. That gas mixer should be on. And it should be mixing us gas. And as I'm using my nitrogen filtration is kicking on its own. Well, not on its own. I coded it to do that. But we're about to pull out all the nitrogen out of here anyway. Alright, and my spare ox tank here is almost fully pressurized, which is awesome. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Pinpoint. I know you might not have any idea what's going on. If you actually, you know, I'm happy to like explain what's going on to the best of my abilities so that you're sort of caught up. Oh, oxygen climbed another percent. We're up to 13 now. It's also getting a little pressurized in this base, so I'm going to turn on the backflow volume pump. I'm going to set it to a lower volume so that we have some circulation. All right, so the electrolysis oxygen is serving us well. My gas mixers are doing a good job making the base propellant, and then that volume pump shoving it out to the base. This pipe network now is almost emptied. I don't need it to fully empty. That's not like that's not a goal I really care about. A little bit of, I mean, it's mostly carbon dioxide though, so I don't know. Maybe I don't want it. I'll wait a minute. My farm's probably ridiculous by now. Okay, let me check on the farm while that empties out. So I'm only emptying that out so I can go outside to start mining. It's like such a labor-intensive process. The new addition, yeah, so the new addition is because normally when you play Stationeers, you can melt an ice called oxide, and oxide is majority oxygen, which is your source of oxygen. Here on Venus, oxide doesn't exist, so we can only get oxygen a few different ways. We can either buy it from a trader, which is expensive, labor-intensive, and not renewable. We can siphon it off from plants, which I am doing, but slowly because I don't have too many plants in the base. Or we can split water into oxygen and hydrogen and filter the oxygen and hydrogen out from the water and make oxygen that way as well. So we decided that that was the method I was going to make oxygen, electrolysis, because it can happen quickly. It can happen like, you know, on demand or whatever. This is also good. This is good proof of concept if I've fixed my my junctions. So let's see. Have I fixed the junctions? Or did I break them all? I think the first junction might be broken now. Because my guess is, yeah, that one works and this one won't. All right. Well, that's a good hint. Here's what I could do about that. Give me that. There. Let's see if I can just go to the corner here, or if I have to keep going. Okay, how many potatoes do I have? So many potatoes. Yeah, if I installed the update and made here, let's send some of these potatoes spinning in my potato collider. If I installed the update, I make so much potatoes so quickly, I don't think it would really affect me, because even if my stuff rotted really quickly, it's really not that much of a problem. So the way this system works is the chutes act as a hopper, and the potatoes cycle around the chutes, and then as soon as these planter units require seeds, they can just grab them from these chutes and start planting them. And then once they're done planting, they come out the back and they fill this stacker, which stacks it up to 20, and eventually comes out this this hole here. So it's like just a potato making machine, and it works pretty well because every time I come back into it, I have like 80 new potatoes that I didn't have before. which I eat like a potato. I eat so few potatoes that is a ridiculous amount of nutrients. It's enough. I mean, it would be enough to feed everybody here in chat. I'll put it that way. That's how much food I make. I make enough food with my current server settings that I could probably feed 100 people. And that's not even an exaggeration, I don't think. Because if it wasn't just the pure baked potatoes, like if I started making the soy oil to make fries, which makes the potatoes last even long, you know, more nutrients or whatever. Yeah. The system I have set up just keeps making new potatoes. So even if the old potatoes start rotting, it just like will make new potatoes, provided there's a little bit of human input. And I could have designed it to be a closed loop feedback system. I just chose not to. All right, so we have pulled enough gas out of this sipper that my waste tanks now can pretty much empty out, which is good. So let's focus on stellite or astroloy. So astroloy is 2 parts steel, which will have 200 steel, 1 part copper, 1 part cobalt. It is pressure fussy. It's not the fussiest waspaloy is, but I've already made waspaloy, so I don't need to make more. So it's pressure fussy. It is not temperature fussy. Hastaloy requires my furnace to be a little cooler than it currently is. I could purposely cool it down if I could purposely cool it down if I added water to it or something like that. But yeah, let's focus on one thing at a time. So steel. I need turn on these sensor lenses. No, there's no copper there. Shut up. Silver, gold. Okay, I need coal. 50 coal. I don't always find it to be that helpful. As you can see, it can make the actual acquisition of the ore a little difficult. Alright, so I have the coal. Let's get the iron. And then I'm also on the lookout for copper and nickel, which I should find in massive abundance. So we need 100 copper and 100 nickel. Or cobalt, not nickel, sorry. Oh my god, I can't see anything. Well, oh, we have water. I'm not gonna worry about that just yet. Let me dim things, maybe that would help. Yeah, it helps a lot. So 100 copper and 100 cobalt. That is... It's a smaller batch, but I'll start small. So that's all the copper I need. Now we need to be on the lookout for cobalt. Here's a tiny bit of it. Just a 1 unit. Oh, that's cool. Okay, that was a oh no, it wasn't a singleton. There's more underground. So let me turn these off. Much nicer, right? Is there a hotkey for them? Because there really ought to be. So yeah, auto mining, the question was, is there auto mining? So there's a few different methods to auto mine. You can send out storage rockets that go on missions. They basically you use rocket fuel, and they go on a mission to go collect stuff, and then you can process what they collect, which is often, you know, it's whatever you send them to collect. So ores or whatever. And the storage missions that you can run will be self-fueling. So if you have like a ore collecting rocket, it will generally make enough, it will mine up enough ices for you to fund your next mission. So it is a positive feedback loop. And then there's the Amy bots, which are like little automated mining rovers, which can mine for you. And then I wouldn't really say it's like really a way to do mining, but there's also like mining tower things that you could set up to mine area underneath them. But because they're sort of stagnant and that you know, it's not a fully functional way to do mining. I need a little bit of iron. Need 150 of it. So yeah, there's a few different ways to get resources without having to manually do it. But in my experience, what I would say is by the time you get to the point where you can run rocket missions, unless you save all of your mega projects for late game, you probably don't need that material unless you want, not from a survival standpoint at least. Certainly not from a survival standpoint. So only if you want to like really expand your base for fun. For survival standpoint, there is none of the auto mining that you get access to will be helpful by the time you access it. Okay, we're still looking for CO. I need a little bit more cobalt. There we go. Okay, that's all I need. Let's turn off these sensor lenses. I used almost 25% of them. Yeah, it would be nice if they disappeared. There's a lot of QOL with especially the newer features to Stationeers. There's a lot of things. Yeah, once a base is built, what do you need mining for? Just ice? Yeah, this is pretty much. And you don't even really need ice. Like, you could definitely design bases that are just, you know, a feedback loop of all the materials that you commonly require. All right, so astroloy. Let's process the astroloy first. So it would be steel. So first, before we even make the astroloy, we need to make a batch of steel. And I can put this stuff away. Yeah, this has come a long way for sure. start heating things up. So I will need eventually the stellite. For the stellite, I'm going to go a slightly different. What I'm going to do is I'm going to empty out a lot of the storage tanks so that it's easier for me to make stellite. All right, so there's the steel that we need. Now we're just going to shove that right back in and then process the cobalt and the copper. And then astraloy requires 30 MPa, so then I need to just climb it up to 30. Which is no problem at all, not for this bad boy. Is there any way to get water other than ice? Yes, you can use the H2 combustor, which combines hydrogen and oxygen to make ice. Or to make water, rather. So if I was on Vulcan, that would be the only way to make water. Because on Vulcan, there are no ices. So you have to do H2 combustion with the H2 combustor. All right, let's increase pressure up to 30, and then we can make our... turn it off. There's the astrolight. Bada bing, bada boom. All right. Now, I do need another volume pump here to be able to empty out unwanted tank pressure. I just need to make sure I know where this orange goes. So this orange goes... Okay, it goes out to space. Yep, let's do that now. Because I'm going to have a very hard time heating up this system for stellite if I have too much gas in it. So I'm going to have to remove a considerable amount of the gas in order to heat it up. Actually, do I have an insulated pipe down there that's already the right color? Yeah, I do. Let's save power, because there's just too much. Hey! First stream you managed to catch live because you're in Hawaii? Cool. Well, welcome. All right, so what I want to do here is from this spot put a volume pump here that I can use to just dump gas out of my my furnace holdings. Yeah, aloha. All right, so that's where the pipes are going to go. I'm definitely going to need more heavy cable for this, without a doubt. So we'll have to print some up. And let me put the volume pump in. Ohana means family. It does. Go! All right, watch that pressure drop. And as the pressure drops, there's going to be less gas in the tank and everything, so it's going to be easier to manipulate the temperature. And I don't need that much pressure. Most of the gas that I'm dumping out here is just like waste gas from processing the ores. You know, it's just mystery gas. It's basically what the ores that have been processing out gases. And I just want to dump it to about 5 MPa or so, and then shut off this flood out valve. It's mostly X and CO2 with trace amounts of other stuff. And yeah, there's some oxygen in here, but it's just oxygen that is way too hot for us to bother recapturing. If you do want oxygen, there's what outgasses to oxygen? Gold, I think, and nickel or something. Each I'd have to check the sheets, but each element that you can smelt has a certain type of outgassings. So, you know, it's predictable. Ah, you lived in Japan for the last 15 years. Cool. Well, welcome to the island. Which island are you on? I've got family on 2 different islands in Hawaii. Just gold and oxide outgas to O2? Alright, so it's just gold then. Because I know, like, silicon and gold are the useful ones, because gold outgasses to O2 and silicon outgasses to nitrogen. Alright, let's see if this starts to change temperature fast. Yeah, see, now the temperature, you can see it's visibly rising. Whereas before, when I flipped that on, it was like nothing. So I don't know if I'm going to reach stellite temperatures, but I'll try. So for that, I need silicon, silver, and cobalt. Where in Japan were you? Hi, Yoda. What up, dude? Yeah, uranium dumps... Uranium manufactures so much pollutant, it's ridiculous. I don't have a tusk with me. Oh no, here she comes. Hold on, I'm gonna pause for a second because this is a rare occasion. Hi. Ow, ow, ow. Ow. Okay. Hi, puppy. Hello. Hey, Tusk. Tusk, your sister hurts. Oh, look at this. I think Echo wants to go outside, so she was waiting by the door to go out near me, and that's why it was a rare occasion. So we're looking for primarily silicon, silver, cobalt. Well, there's some silver right here. So let's do 100 silver. 200 silicon, and then 100 cobalt. God, it's hard to identify the ores with these sensors on. I mean, I knew the... Okay, I have the silver already. So let's get out of this hole. Let's look for silicon and cobalt. Iron. There is some silicon here. Cool. We need a lot of silicon, though. You want a Tuscan? Maybe one day. She doesn't stay put, though. She roams. Yoda doesn't roam. Therein lies the difference. If I had a Tuscan, it'd mostly just be like empty. Well, I guess given that I have a green screen couch, it wouldn't even be that invasive because you wouldn't even see the couch. It'd be like a tusk or no tusk. Oh, that's silver. It says there's some cobalt here, but I think they're lying. Yeah, they're lying. It's just one thing. Silicon? Yep. Barely. See if there's more. Nope. Straight to coal. Uranium. Thank you for watching Stationeers Venus, which originally aired live on Twitch. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. Keep in mind that this series has actually concluded on Twitch, but there's still about 10 hours or so yet to air. If you would like to catch live streams of mine, although I'm no longer streaming Stationeers, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers. Thank you so very much for watching. I'll catch you next episode, or perhaps a stream. Farewell, everybody.